one. Get in there, get in there.
The basics of altitude training. Firstly, it's important to get to the right altitude that's appropriate for where you're going to compete. And in this case, we're in Denver, it's 1,600 metres or a mile high. Anything below 1,600 metres, you fail to see the effects or the adaptations to the higher altitude. So really 15 to 1,600 metres is the lowest of the high altitudes that you're able to gain any benefit from going to a mountain environment. You do find the players can't do as much work in this altitude simply because their ability to get the oxygen into the bloodstream is more limited. And it does take a while for the players to get up to the sort of speed and the sort of tempo of training that they would normally do at sea level. So what we've been doing in Denver since we've been here is just generally and gradually building up the volume and the exposure to exercise at altitude. And as the week goes on, as the players become more and more attuned and familiar and acclimatised to the altitude, they'll be able to do more and more work.
Obviously I knew it was going to be tough, but I didn't know what to expect. When we first got here, you don't really feel it, but once you start training and you're doing the warm-ups, you're gasping for air a little bit. I think a few of the boys are starting to get used to it. You know, 4 or 5 days in now, so I think it's all sinking in how it is and that. So yeah, it's all right now.
In general, it takes somewhere in the region of 10 to 14 days to gain any degree of significant benefit from altitude training or even heat training. We happen to be in Denver for 10 days, followed by another 3 days in Colombia prior to our first game, which should give us sufficient time to make any of the benefits that we wish to receive from altitude training count for our first game against North Korea.